Kevin Rohlwing, Tire Industry Association, Senior Vice President of Training. I was brought in to put on a presentation on tires and tire usage and how fleets can get the most out of their tire program. Well, hopefully they see that there's a definite advantage to the retread process, and that fleets that aren't using retreading should definitely start considering it. We talked about low rolling resistance and the impact that inflation pressure has on low rolling resistance, tread designs, tread depths, and other factors that are going to contribute to the low rolling resistance that ultimately results in fuel economy. And what role tires play in fuel economy. I think that was the other side of it as well. Talked about tire repair and the systems that they need to look at and the things they need to look for. Talked about tire service, tire mounting, wheel mounting. We covered quite a bit in a 40-minute seminar, but really things that they can control, and emphasizing the need to work with the vendors, to visit the vendor and visit the retread plant and see what processes are in place to ensure quality control, as well as whatever tire vendors as well, to make sure that the processes that they're following are consistent so that they're going to get a good product. I think one of the first things is to recognize the role that tires play in fuel economy. That an underinflated tire is going to have more rolling resistance, so you're going to get less fuel economy. Your miles per gallon are going to go down. It's also about tread depth, and the effect that the higher the tread depth, the more the rolling resistance, whereas the lower the tread depth, the less the rolling resistance. So again, that has an effect. And I think the one point that I always point out when I talk about fuel economy in a vehicle is the driver still has the most effect on fuel economy. That we can save 5% with tires, we can save 6% with tires, but the driver still accounts for about 30% of the fuel economy in most situations. So while we're looking about tires to save fuel, let's not forget about the person behind the wheel, because they probably have the biggest impact on the fuel economy that a fleet gets. And that's been proven time and time again, that drivers can really have a big impact on fuel. And all the stuff that we put on with tires and low rolling resistance and aerodynamics and all the other gadgets that we can use, still the driver is going to be the most important factor, so let's not eliminate that. Well, I think for anybody in the bus fleet, it's the place to be. I mean, you just look around and you can see all the different suppliers and manufacturers are here, and information and education is a powerful tool in today's industry. And if you don't look at what's out there, and if you're not comparing and keeping people honest, then it's very easy for you to spend more money unnecessarily. And obviously in the hall right here, there's plenty of suppliers and manufacturers and other partners that fleets can work with to lower their costs and improve their performance. So it's the place to be.